Okay, our next speaker is a chap called Jonathan Blain, who I was talking to last night, and he was telling me some of the stuff that's gone on in his life, and you would not believe it. I said, I hope you're going to talk about that tomorrow. He said, well, I might, and I might not. I don't know. So if he doesn't, I might sort of fill in some of the gaps. I was truly horrified at some of the things he's had to contend with. Anyway, Jonathan Blain is an authority on unlocking human and business potential. He's an explorer, an adventurer, an innovator in life and business. And he's also been described as an enigma. And that's not easy to say at this time of the afternoon, which means he is a thought leader. He's an international best-selling author. Who isn't when they stand on a stage for a successful selling conference? Although he's done 10 books with $3.8 million in sales. That, as an author myself, is a big deal. He's an experienced business leader and an entrepreneur, and he's a media commentator as well. He's original, he's at the cutting edge of business thinking, he's at home talking about the minutiae as well as he is about talking about the bigger picture stuff as well. He definitely lives life on the edge. He pushes the boundaries of what's possible. He's a leader, not a follower. He takes risks. He dares to be different. Not without its price, though. He's experienced some extraordinary highs and also quite a number of lows, which I think you may agree, if you've been through this stuff yourself, that it's only when you've been through the lows that you actually get the learnings. Well, with an adventure-packed private life, he offers a blend of more creative thinking, research-based facts, first-hand experience, a compelling and powerful combination. Jonathan is someone who's determined to make a positive contribution in the world. It starts now, I guess. Please welcome Jonathan Blain.
News on Wednesday, the 20th of June. Two yachtsmen from Birmingham have been rescued from their sinking vessel with 305 million pounds.
I like the strategy. ASAP Services Group Consultancy.
With me here is Jonathan Blain, who...
Jonathan Blain is an expert on the childcare sector.
Author Jonathan Blain has written about how to make the world a better place.
It was their first Atlantic crossing, though, and things went wrong almost from the start.
Author Jonathan Blain has written about how to make the world a better place. Jonathan Blain, the chairman of the Employers.
With me here is Jonathan Blain, who, well, you're all about, first of all, you influenced Ellen MacArthur very early on. You're a great believer in people pushing for adventure.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Jonathan Blain. I've done a few things, and I've had some pretty amazing highs. I've made £30 million, but I've also lost £30 million. I've had a lot of experiences in different things. Been in the big corporate world for 10 years, been entrepreneuring, and I've been on life adventures. What's happened is, as I got older, I've developed an insatiable curiosity to want to know why things happen and why things don't happen. And I felt compelled to actually go and act on some of those things. And what I'd like to do today is to talk about leadership and to share with you some of the things that I've learned that I believe will be beneficial to you. I've been involved in research, but I've also had this first-hand experience. I've had 5 years as a chief exec of a publicly quoted company. But all my life I've been a salesman. And I've been the salesman that's won the awards, that's got the holiday to Jamaica, the pay rises, the promotion, the fast car. But I've also been the salesman that struggled to hit his targets. It's been at the bottom of the leaderboard. I know what it feels like. I believe leadership is of no significance unless it actually delivers something. And in the business context, we're talking about leadership, well, we're talking about sales, and we're talking about profit. I believe that leadership is the key that can see a quantum leap, a step change in both those things. And I'll be explaining more about this later. Could I just ask you a question? How many of you are involved in managing and leading people? Could you just raise your hands for me? That's interesting. I think there's probably about half of you. For the other half of you that aren't involved in leading people, managing people, I'd like to say that I believe leadership is about, well, it starts with leading yourself. And so this presentation is very much aimed at you as well. I believe leadership, well, I don't believe, I know leadership is the defining factor. It's the difference between success and failure, excellence and mediocrity. You need to take ownership, accept responsibility, and go get it. I wish you a great life. I wish you enormous success. You've been a fantastic audience. I feel privileged to have had this slice of your time. Wish you luck. Thank you very much indeed.
Can I be honest with you?
Yes?
I'm cross.
Cross?
I'm cross, and the reason I'm cross is that you haven't told your stories. I am amazed that you haven't told your stories. What was it like being kidnapped in Thailand?
Well,
what was it like being shipwrecked in the Atlantic? You have done stuff that people aspire to. They, not necessarily they aspire to being kidnapped in Thailand, of course. But how did you feel about that stuff? Because it's not about what happens to you, it's about how you react to it. And you're a survivor and a reactor to things. So what goes through your mind in that sort of stuff?
well, fear.
You are so flippin' understated, Jonathan, I can't believe it.
Well, I've had some traumas, but I think you need to learn from your experience. And to me, it's that trigger. And what I've been fortunate enough to have life-threatening situations, lots of them, that makes you think. And what I'd like to impart to the audience is the fact that you don't need to wait for these things to happen. Now is the time. Be an explorer. There's different ways to deal with things. There's different ways to achieve things.
In future, be specific. Share your stories, okay? Jonathan Blain, thank you very much indeed.
Thank
Cheers,
you, Roy.
Jonathan.
Thank you, everyone. Goodbye.